So I made it and officially won the 2013 Strava Challenge. Durianrider, vegan power for the win. I rode 6,188 kilometers for the month of January to win. Now, I'll put a link down below, you can see it. If you're not registered with Strava, it might not be easy to see, but for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Strava, which is a cool website, they put up a challenge. Who can do the most miles or kilometers in January? Out of 46,000 participants, yours truly, number one at the end of it all. Now, funnily enough, second and third place, Jack and Damon, nothing personal against these guys, but what they did is they Strava doped. In the midnight hour, they uploaded what's called a manual entry, which means you can just make up a digit in your head. You don't have to verify it with your GPS, and they just uploaded that to try and beat me. So even with people cheating, I still won. 100% of my rides for the month of January were 100% GPS verified. Now, I've got nothing wrong with people manually uploading something for their personal documentation, but when you're in a competition, it's only fair that you 100% GPS verified every single ride, just to keep it honest. If you're going for the top 100, whatever, blah, blah, it's cool. If you're going for the win like Jack and Damon were, and they cheated to get there, or they didn't even get there, because Durianrider still kicked their ass. Vegan power, yeah. So again, the Strava competition is no money involved, there's no prize, it's just bragging rights or whatever. But people still have to cheat. So people wonder, Harley, why do people dope for the Olympic medals? Because they need to fucking eat. They need to win, man. If you're in Kenya, you need to win. You need to win. You need to dope to win at the high level when there's money on the table. If people are cheating to win Strava competitions, what the fuck do you think people are doing when there's $100,000 for the marathon win? Or for, you know, a Frosties, Flakes, Kellogg's swimming endorsement deal? You think people are going to do it naturally? No fucking way. People are cheating on Strava, man. So anyways, enough rambling and ranting. The bikes I use, Cannondale, Bamboo from Webworks, Phil Webb, lasted great. Most comfortable bike out of them, but the chain is almost done. Cervelo, I cracked that. And a new bike I just got is the Zuri Forza with new SRAM ready, which is pretty good. Big miles, big Ks, did the math, around 220 hours of cycling in January, around 132,000 calories, which is about 41 pounds of fat I burned. Now people can say, hey, Durianrider, you're looking a bit leaner. You're already fucking pretty lean as it is, but you are extra lean. What was the deal? What did you eat? Now, obviously vegan, because that's what I believe in. That's what works best for me. Now, was it raw? Was it fruit-based? This is a flat of nectarines, local, certified organic, $30 wholesale, and this is about as many calories as a Big Mac with extra cheese for 30 bucks. But the fruit tastes good. Did I do this 6,000 kilometers raw? Definitely not. Physically, I'd say impossible to get that many calories in from fruit. Even dates. There's only so many dates I can eat before I start to gag. So I incorporated other vegan foods in. Sugar, had a lot of coconut sugar, which is technically, they sell it as raw, but it's not raw. Had some steamed rice even, some nori rolls, vegan sorbets, which are high calorie, high carbohydrate, things that are easy to eat and very stimulating for the appetite. You don't want to have things that don't, like fruit, you can't eat more fruit than you need, but with certain seasoned foods, you can keep going and going and going. But fruit is, when you want to ride 6,000 kilometers, that's not natural, that's not normal. Like, I got so much sun exposure, you can sort of see I'm looking a bit like peeling. I even went out and bought some organic sunscreen, which I'm normally not endorsing. I normally say cover up. But I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning, getting on my bike and averaging about, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Sometimes 12 hours a day in the sun. So, we're not designed to ride our bikes that far. We're not designed to have that much sun exposure. So you have to add in a little bit of unnatural things to get in there to get going, to win the competition, to prove that a vegan athlete can dominate naturally. Now, caffeine, did I have caffeine? No exceptions, 100% caffeine-free, tea-free, theobromine-free. I'm not into stimulants. And I wanted to prove that, hey, My diet fucking works. I can ride 6,000 kilometers with no stimulants on 100% plant food nutrition. Carbohydrates for the win. The people say, well, what about fruit? Always round about fruit. Fruit's the best, man. And maybe if there was a mango tree in every mile, I could have done it on fruit. But we don't live in a fruity society. We live in a society where it's easy to get a candy bar than a nice flat of local organic peaches or nectarines, you know. We don't live in this fruity world, unfortunately. So obviously I had to make some vegan substitutes there to get the carbs in. And sugar, I'd definitely say the organic sugar was definitely one of my staples over the last month. Definitely rate the organic sugar. It lets you do the miles, man. It lets you do the miles. So I've lost weight, man. I've lost weight. I lost a lot of weight. And people say, isn't that detrimental getting such a low body fat? Well, here's the thing. You know, here's the thing. I'll probably start adding in more avocados and nuts to bank up my body fat levels again over February, March. So the fat you eat's the fat you wear. So by adding in some extra fat can help restore the body fat levels that I've lost. And I'm fucking lean. I'm seeing veins I've never seen before. But what I did before this January experiment is I went to the doctors, legit doctors, and got some blood tests up, like testosterone, hemoglobin, hemoglobin A1C to see how much glycated hemoglobin I had, which is very, very low, which is very, very good. What else get done? Got iron done, a lot of potassium, minerals, elements, stuff like that done, red blood cell count, hematocrit. Got these things done before I embarked on this 6,000 kilometer or 6,190 kilometer journey, just to make sure that I wasn't putting myself into the red zone. There's no point starting a big month, a big block of training if you're nutritionally deficient or if your body's run down. You're just going to dig yourself into a hole. So I made sure that my body fat levels were good, a little bit higher, because you're going to fucking lose a lot with the 222 hours of training. I made sure all my hemoglobin, everything was legit, so my immune system wasn't going to be flaking and failing down. And that's the benefit of being a caffeine-free athlete, in that you're using caffeine in training like most people do. You're digging yourself into a hole eventually. It might take a month, a few years, maybe even a decade, but eventually your body's going to go, hey, enough's enough. We can't run on stimulants. You have to get this sleep, water, sugar in. So just a quick recap on the ride. Just this video, I'm probably, I haven't had much sleep. I've probably sound like a bit of a crazy person. So my normal videos will resume soon. If you got any questions down below, post them down below. If you want to talk about food or training or whatever I did, post it down below and I'll expand on a more in-depth video. Whatever your questions, post them down below. I'll sift through them, and whatever's getting the most popular questions, I'll do a video specific about that one. You can ask me any question. I want to be 100% transparent, nothing hidden. Ask me what you want to ask me. Tell me what you think of me, whatever, good or bad. Share your comments and criticisms, share opinions. What's the most kilometers you've done in a day, in a month? And what do you think of the guys on Strava who are Strava doping, uploading fake rides to beat Durianrider vegan power? What do you think about that? I think that was freaking hilarious. I'm going to get some sleep, and just want to, lastly, man, I can genuinely say that if you don't get enough sleep, man, you go a little bit, bit loco in the head. And I felt that last 3 days. I was getting up at 4:30. I was getting a bit late because I had bike problems, breaking bikes and stuff like that. And so my sleep wasn't all there, and it was almost like I was on drugs. So what did I learn after the 6,000 Ks? I learned sleep, water, sugar are just the key 3 fundamentals for your health and fitness lifestyle. Sleep, water, sugar. Without these 3, these are the foundations everything's built on. One's missing, boom, everything collapses. Sleep, water, sugar, they're your foundation. Get them in, however you can get them in. Get them in, carb the fuck up, hydrate, get early nights. I'll see you on the road. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.